All right. Hi, hello, everybody. It's Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern in Florida, at least. We're beaming into you from Maui. We've got our LifeWave incentive trip, which is in Honolulu, starting on Tuesday. So we thought we'd come over a little bit earlier, and we had just got here like yesterday. So it's 11 a.m. We got up, we had a nice breakfast. We talked to a few people already, so that's good. Um, and I would just like to introduce my husband, Knut, who is awesome at talking to people, talking with people, and getting some great compliments as well, which he will talk about today. So anything you can grab from this to help your business is great, right? So anything you pick up. And that's why we run these. We've got this fantastic launch bonus still on. It's till May 10 with depending on the results they get, they may continue it, but yeah, we've got to contribute to that. So, all right. So we have winning mindset this week, goals, duplication, and the winning mindset. That is what we want. So I firstly want to celebrate our rising stars. We've got some awesome rising stars at the moment. So let me just start with Louise Martin Buey. She's a three-star manager. She ranked up about a week or two ago to three-star manager. So that just means that she's got 2,500 points, and she has one person that she sponsored. That particular leg has got 1,000 points or more in it. So they are the requirements. So she is maintaining that, which is fantastic. So what Louise has done, she's always on the meetings. So she's learned, and she came to This Is It, the This Is It meeting in Atlanta, which is another key. If you can get into those meetings, you learn a lot very quickly. So she sponsored Cheryl Francis, who ranked up. So congratulations, Cheryl. Cheryl is a two-star manager. So that means that she has 1,500 points or more in her team. So she has that, and she's a two-star manager. Her next job is to get to three-star manager, and she's looking pretty good with that because she has Deborah Thompson, who has just come in. Cheryl sponsored Deborah, and Deborah has just had a big launch yesterday. She's had a couple of other Zoom launches where people have come in. She sponsored people, and Deborah is now a one-star manager. So I just thought I'd do this slide so that you could see how it works. But this is the duplication that we talk about, which builds your business. So that is amazing. And I know that Deborah has a couple of people that she's introduced that want to have launches themselves. So that's what we want. We want to find people fired up to be able to do, the system, and then that way they can get what they want and they're helping others on the way. And I also have to mention another lady in our team, Rainey Miller. She's a one-star director. She has a new one-star manager as well, Sue Ellen Hardman. So that's awesome. So we had 4 rank ups in the last month. So well done, everybody. Cheryl, did you want to say something? Are you able to say something? I know you're driving.
Yes, I paused for a minute. I promise I'm parked. Yes, well, thank you so much on behalf of me and my team. Thank you. We are excited. I know Deborah is excited. Yesterday we did a
Think we lost you, Cheryl. Are you there, Jules?
Yeah, I am.
having us come on board to do this. Thank you.
I think we lost what you said, actually. Could you just repeat it?
Oh, all that I said. I
Yeah.
was thanking Louise just for sharing her story so that I could come on board, and for Deborah for doing what she's doing. Yesterday, we had a launch for her in person, and we booked a meeting from a meeting based on what we learned in Atlanta. So I'm
Yay.
excited about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you say booked a meeting from a meeting, what
So we're having a meeting tomorrow well, people were there we didn't officially sign anyone up. They wanted to come back to another meeting to get more information, but they are interested in
awesome.
signing up. Yes,
Awesome.
at least two of them
Yeah.
were, and they
Yeah.
requested the meeting. And then there were some who came halfway through. They liked the remainder of what they saw and they wanted more information. So we figured we'll just put everybody together and we'll do a meeting tomorrow.
Oh,
Great,
that's
great,
wonderful.
great, great.
Fantastic. Right, we didn't hear that before. So that is awesome. Yeah. And I mean, this is what the work is, what they call the work in network marketing. It is booking the meeting from a meeting, it's following up with people. They go home, they sleep on it, and then they're like, oh, maybe I hadn't actually thought about that. Oh. So we are so excited for you. This is setting you up for the next trip. As you sponsor more people, you have more people coming through as managers. When we have the trip, you get points for that. So more and more. So for example, Cheryl sponsoring Deborah, you would have got some points, right? Deborah's ranked up to 1-star manager, you get some more points. Deborah gets points too. Deborah sponsors people, she gets points. And then each level as they rise as well. And this is just basically duplication of this. So this is very exciting. Okay. So Canute, did you want to run through quickly this slide about the launch bonus, or do you want me to continue?
I'll do it, that's fine.
Okay.
So everybody, LifeWave introduced a launch bonus, and between the period of April the 13th and May 10th, they decided to double it. So the original one, if you went 1-star manager, let's say when you went 1-star manager, then for each week you retain that in a 9-week rolling cycle from when you do it, you could end up making an extra $50 per week, which is $450 total. Now, here's the thing is, if you can help someone that you enroll go 1-star manager, such that you reach the level of 2-star manager, LifeWave will now repay you double that again. So instead of $50 a week, there will be $100 a week for up to 9 weeks. Now, that is while you're active at that level. So the whole notion here is don't rest on your laurels. If you hit a level, just proceed as if you haven't reached that level yet, and keep on doing, keep on doing, keep on doing, keep on doing. It's that simple. Julie and I, we are where we are today as a result of just having had more no's than you guys. It's as simple as that. So keep enrolling, and help people that you enroll go 1- and 2-star managers. And we have this week now coming up till the 10th of May to run this through. And running it through till then, I have a feeling LifeWave is going to introduce it permanently come a little bit later in the year. But hey, why leave money on the table if the company is willing to pay you? It's as simple as that. And sorry, I took it off the camera because I think the bandwidth here is a little bit restricted. So that's why I took it off.
That's great. Thank you. Is there any questions on that? Okay, so the good news is what I just said, basically, free trip. So we are at the LifeWave incentive trip, as I said, in Waikiki on Tuesday through Saturday next week. Usually, I don't know exactly if they're going to announce the new trip there, but they kind of usually do, or it's very soon after that. So these are the things that you get rewarded for, is the launches and the sign-ups and signing up customers as well, and rank ups. So they're the key income producing activities. All right. So what you do this week you don't want to be the person that finds out and wishes that you'd done it sooner, because you really need to pack it early on for these trips. So then you're not stressing out, because some people take a little bit of time. Like Cheryl just said then, people turned up at the launch, they were late, or, they see it, but they've never really thought about looking at something like this, right? So they were just coming around, and then a few requested that they'd like to come back and see, right? So it takes a little bit of time, and they might take a week to sign up, 2 weeks to sign up. So when you're going for the trip, you really want to do as much as you can up front, because people do take a little bit of time. Cheryl mentioned the BAM fam. I mean, I love that acronym. That is amazing. Book a meeting from a meeting. So even when you hang up for the Zoom, when you do a Zoom, book the next meeting. When should I follow up with you? I've booked up people for 3 months. I said, I'll get back to me in 3 months. I'll be in a better position. For instance, I put it in my calendar in my phone, and it beeps at me and says, contact so-and-so. So I'm like, how are you? It might take a little while. If they're a good prospect, I will keep them in my phone, right? If they look like somebody that, is smart, is a people person, who would be able to build a business like this.
Driven, just motivated.
Yeah, driven and motivated. Okay, sounds good. So why BAM Fam works? Do you want to talk about that, Canute?
Hmm?
Do you want to talk about the BAM Fam?
Well, here's the thing: is that when you're running on a people business, that you want to meet with business, and think of it this way: you yourself, when you're having a Lifeway business, you want to register people. Momentum dies the moment in time we haven't got the next person to talk to. So Julia and I, we have personally introduced well north of 100 people in our 4 years.
200.
Some have stayed with us, some have just withered on the vine and disappeared. But whenever we try to get something started with people, we always make sure that when we're finishing one call, that we book the next, whether it's a phone call, whether it's a Zoom. Everything hinges on you being able to get someone moving and maybe having an in-home, maybe having a Zoom meeting, invite them to a Zoom meeting, or invite one of us to actually have a conversation with someone. Let me put it this way. We know of a one-star director in Australia. She's a hairdresser. Oh, so she got introduced by a hairdresser, but the hairdresser never called her. She gave the hairdresser gave this lady's phone number, name and number, to the people who introduced her. Those people picked up the phone and said to this lady, hey, the hairdresser, let's call her Karen. Karen said that you're driven and motivated. Is that correct? And she goes, yes, great. I have something that might be able to excite you a little bit. And therefore they booked the meeting, and then they booked the meeting, and now the lady's a one-star director. That's not a small business. That's not a small business. That's not you're looking at a decent weekly income for that. So be conscious of where you're spending your time as well. If someone is going to draw all your time and have all 6,000 questions answered, point them to the website, book in and say, hey, I'm going to give you a call at the end of the week, and move on. Fill your time with new people.
All right. Thank you. So just recapping over the past 4 weeks, we've been through cold leads, warm leads, closing and binary last week with the time and money close, and then today basically the foundation that holds it all together. Oh,
Okay, move on.
yeah. So there's a couple of points here. So Canute, do you want to talk to him about how we rolled this morning?
Say what now?
Did you want to talk about what happened this morning here?
Okay, so we were down for breakfast. We were just sitting there at the table for half an hour. And there's three people sitting next to us. And I couldn't contain myself, and I turn around and I say, "Are you guys here on vacation?" And they go, "Yes," and we got started. I noticed that he was carrying a pocket or a knife on his hip, and he's from the mainland. So I thought, hang on a minute. Uh, so I just asked him, how did he manage to get his poker stick with him? And he goes, "Oh, yeah." He couldn't quite understand what I was referring to. Long story short, we got chatting really, really well, actually. Then I said, "So what happened to your knee?" He was on crutches. And he said, "I fell out of the tractor, fell down 3 feet, landed on, etc. Ended up with an injured knee." 5 minutes later, after that, I go, "Huh, I might have something for you." He goes, "What's that?" As I pointed to my patch. And he goes, "Oh, I think I've seen one of those before." And then we spent the next 20 minutes talking about network marketing, MLM, all of that kind of stuff. Um, his sister runs a major holistic wealth center in Sydney, Australia. So it's kind of funny. They had seen the patches in the past, but no one had stuck a patch on them. And here
Yeah.
we are on vacation, and I stick an X39 on the back of his calf. And we'll see them again tonight, I think, or
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Well, he asked for your phone number,
So what now?
right? He asked for your phone number,
Yeah.
the guy. Yeah.
So anyway,
So, well, so what happened just on
I'm
that?
not going to spend much time on it, but the point is that you got to have as a laser focused goal that if you don't have any names left on your list in your phone, that you can actually pick up you can pick up and start to anyone, like the FORM formula, FORM, family, occupation, recreation, and a message. I mean, he's a commercial fisherman. He owns a boat, about $2 million worth of assets, just sunk into the boat. It's got staff, all of those kind of things. But the you have to decide first that you want to get something done. That simple.
Yeah.
It's that simple. So for us, when we are out and about, we do not. It's ingrained in us. And an old mentor of ours said, teach deliberately what you do instinctively. We will talk to anyone, anywhere, on the planet. Guy sitting next to me. He's been in the military, in the army for 22 years. Right? Okay, he's not particularly a prospect. I mean, he fit as a fiddle, all that, being stationed in Mississippi, now moving to Hawaii. So all of these things,
But
just
you
do
get
it.
good at it. You get good at it. Practice
And that's
talking
what I'm saying
form.
is
Yeah.
detach from the outcome, because we are where we are, and not everyone will say yes. Yeah, we've had more no's than you. Simple as that. So we know we have something in a kit bag. I just said to these guys this morning, well, the company's gone from 20 million to almost $1 billion in 5 years. And you could almost hear the jaws drop at the table. That's what we
Yeah.
do.
And people don't get the recurring income. So when you have a good relationship with them, like these people were kind of like, oh, we know about it, but they didn't know about it once we started talking to them. We were just talking generally, and they liked us. And then the other lady that was sitting there asked me if I could patch her. It kind of just led on. But yeah, at the outset they were like, oh, we know about it because they're into all this other holistic stuff. But the fact is they didn't know enough about it, because if they did, he should be wearing a patch. So it was kind of cool. But yeah, if you could practice those things talking to people, you just get better and better at it. Targeted, I talked about, what he was wearing, or Canute talked about it because he was doing it. But I had a lady the other day where I commented on her t-shirt and what does that mean? And then you get into the conversation. So this is what this is all about right here. Is there any questions? Are we going through this? And then the goal. So goals, basically we're kicking off another 90-day plan. It's coming very shortly because it's going to be in conjunction with the trip. So basically, what rank do you want to hit in 90 days? What do you think is possible? And then we let us know, and we'll give you an idea of what we think is possible for you. And how many new partners do you need to enroll? How many Zooms per week does that require? Cheryl talked about it. They booked a couple of Zooms coming out of the launch. I know there are other launches happening in that business, in Deborah's business. So they have to be booked. And I think that maybe another in person, at least one. And then I know there is a Zoom one up in New Jersey as well. So this is starting to really roll. It's very exciting. So, need to have these metrics in place so that you know where you're headed and then you're ready for it. And then we can have a plan with who's going to be helping as well. How many invites per day to get the Zooms, and basically writing it down. Writing it down is very important so your brain can see it. Do you want to talk about money or anything, Canute, there?
I think to all of us on this call today, the message, first of all, to myself is, okay, what have I done today to make an extra $1,000 a month or a week? What am I doing? Can I increase it by $1,000? What do I need to do to increase another $1,000? And Lifeline has that much money on the table. Money itself is, I guess, the facilitator. What do you want to use it for? Is it to go on unpaid vacations with the family? Is it having an excursion to Hawaii on a trip that you have won? You're not dependent on actually turning up to work every single day. If you want to, that's fine. But if you have enough recurring income that you can go and do what you do today because you love it and you don't have to take an income, well, that's part of one of the reasons why we might be doing it as well. So I always look at this. Are we willing to recommit to a 90-day timeline? As in, okay, put aside 60 to 90 days and lay into this and come back in 90 days and say it didn't work. Because if you're into it, we will definitely be into it alongside of you and helping you. But it starts with, okay, I need to free up some time. This is not a spare time business, it's a part-time. And make sure that you can invite people onto the Zooms. And if they're not coming on the Zoom, well, let the Zoom come to them then. Say, what time do you have available? If you can't do 8 o'clock on a Monday night or Tuesday night, then, okay, what time do you have available? 9 o'clock we work. Great. Okay, let's make it 9 o'clock. So that's what we're all about. We're flexible. This is not a traditional business where you meet up or you work between 8 o'clock in the morning and 5 o'clock at night. No, we're setting this up for freedom, really.
Right. And it is so duplicatable. So they are core skills that you get good at. And you can just do it anywhere you go. And by the time you get them, you don't even think about it. We didn't think about meeting prospects today. We went out for breakfast and they just happened to come past us. So, we've just been doing it for a while.
Question.
What's that?
They plan. Some of those are internal goals. Some that
You're breaking up, Cheryl. Can you turn off your camera, Julie, just to see if we can save some bandwidth?
Okay. Where do I do that? Hold on, sorry.
do you need to get a Zoom? As well as how many Zoom per week does that require, right? So you know where you want to be in 90 days. What's the average based on your experience?
That's a good question.
Number of
Cheryl.
invites you need to get where you need to go based on your goal.
That's a very good question. So there is a couple of qualifiers in there. Number one, if you speak to or you prospect a checkout person at Kroger and their ambition level compared to someone who's running a small to medium-sized business or a plumber or a car detailing business or whatever that are already in business, driven, motivated, and want something. It depends on the quality of the ground that you dig in, for example. Secondarily, as well, it comes back to leverage in time. So is one Zoom with 5 people, qualified prospects, better than 5 Zooms with 5 not so qualified prospects?
Gotcha.
So I know I'm sorry, that's a bit of a political, almost like a statement.
Wow.
It depends. But the long and the short of it is the strong people that you have on your list, if we can get in front of them, as I said, we can invite them to a Tuesday or a Thursday Zoom. We can invite them to a one-on-one Zoom as and when it fits with them. So it's just
So,
put it this way, there's a reason why Stephen G now running, put 5 on your left, 5 on your right in 30 days, and then repeat the process.
right.
And that's how you'll get the momentum. Initially, you might only get 1 out of 5 that you invite to come on a Zoom, but you can follow up with them because they promised to come on the Zoom. So now you have a reason to get back with them.
Okay.
So I think, Canute, we're back down to the 2020 in 90 days. That's the goal. The sheets are on thisisitteam.com. It's 2020. I've got a sheet on my fridge where I'm writing down all the people, that have come in, right? And I look at that every single day. So that helps drive, my activity. So for you, Cheryl, you're seeing it like in real time now because you have an active person below you who's just ranked up, who's got activity, and you're learning all about that. So it's
Right.
excellent because you're learning. These are just the main skills that you need. And when you know how to build a leg, you can build as many as you want, right? So
Okay.
that's what you're in at the moment. So for you, one-star director is the goal, right? The first goal for you, really. You're a 2-star manager. So one-star director, you have 2 legs at 1,000, right? So
Okay.
this leg that's coming in now is Deborah. So we want to get Deborah. I don't even know, she might be at 1,000. I'm not sure. But when she's at 1,000, you go to 3-star manager, right? Because she's under you. You introduced her. So for the next level, one-star director, to get the $500 extra bonus from LifeWave, you're 1 step away from it once. But you're learning through Deborah's group how to build a leg, more launches, more launches. It starts spanning out to New York. It goes over to LA or whatever, but we can do Zoom launches. So that's great. Till we find another leader that can go out and do what Deborah's doing. Right?
Well, just remember here that you had a great meeting just before Christmas.
Right.
And
Which
there are
started
still
it.
people sitting on the fence in there. I mean, Dr. McNeil, Dr. Brenda. I know Dr. Brenda is a preferred customer. But again, she implied that there were people out and around in the country that she knew. So those are great people. Sometimes it will take people a year to come back and get going. And
Okay.
that's okay. I mean, people are where they are. We're just looking for the ones that are ready to kind of move forward now. But plugging people in between now, you might have to introduce, say, 10, 15, 20 people before you find your second person who will do something.
Gotcha.
Right. But I think, Cheryl, you know a lot of good people. So by
Mhm.
by putting them in, and they kind of percolate, right? And then because you're busy, you could see you can get busy, right? So Deborah, through that, you're going to get a little busier, right? So imagine building 2 legs at once.
Yeah.
Right. And then you've got a business. So, it's great that you're getting the core skills so early on as well.
Mm.
All
And you
right.
can't unlearn it.
We might want to set up a separate call and go through your list and see who we should approach next. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see if you can find some time from that.
Okay. I'll just move along here.
Will do.
Okay, so I just talked about that. So patching them, we talked about that, show them the system. So we have the school system, which is great for people to learn how to be a professional network marketer in LifeWave. They have everything in that system. If you need some help with that, let us know. I think, Will, you're already in school. For anyone that's listening on the recording, yeah, you need to contact us if you don't know how to get into school, but it is on thisisitteam.com. You can get in there, and it's on. We went through it last week and the week before. And those recordings are on our YouTube channel. Do three-way calls, shadow Zooms, side-by-side invites. Duplication happens through proximity. Yes. So,
So let me go back to
okay.
this director in Australia. They, you might not be confident or comfortable calling a person. It's someone that you respect, etc., etc. Give that number to us, and just say, "Hey, my name is." Oh, this is what I would say. Hey, my name is Knut. Cheryl gave me your name and number. She's rather busy at the moment, but she also said that you're very successful, you're driven, and you're motivated. Is that correct? And let them answer it.
Okay.
And most people will say yes.
That way you don't really step in, but you have actually been implicitly edified, or that person has been implicitly edified by you saying that Cheryl said you were driven, motivated, and you're looking for something. And you could be looking for something. That basically tells that person that Cheryl thinks highly of them, without you having to pick up the phone and
Right.
have cold sweat down your face and heart palpitations and whatever, right?
Yeah, so that's set up option 2.
That makes sense?
Yes.
Okie dokie. So next, Julie.
Okay. Yeah, we'll keep inviting, keep moving. Yeah, keep moving. It's really easy to get stuck in a leg too, and not doing your own, but you just still have to just, reach out, what we were just talking about, right? Just have some time that you're going to reach out to your personals, and all the while you're helping one of your personals build their leg and learn the skills. Just got an invite script. Here I just got back from an incredible business event, or you could say, yeah, and you kept coming to mind. I've been building something really exciting, and I think you'd love it. Are you open to jumping on a quick 30-minute call this week so I can show you what I'm doing? Something like that. I mean, we have it on This Is It team. They have invite scripts. They've got it in the book. It's on school as well. Lots of different ways you can say it. That is not unusual for somebody to call. I wouldn't be shocked at all if someone called me, you know. So when people are in business and stuff, they're used to this. So they're the people, that they're looking for opportunities. You create Canute, sorry.
Yeah, no, go. I mean, we've been through this again and again and again. The whole thing is, how many of these little quick conversations can you get through in the morning or in the afternoon? Sundays, typically call people after 3 p.m. or something like that. But set up your week. And then given the fact that you have, say, 5 calls, 10 calls to make, you can make 10, 15 calls on a Sunday because you're flat strap busy for the rest of the week. But that in itself now has your way to follow up. So you then have the follow-up calls that goes through as well, remember? And this is how you create momentum. You don't have to create the system is there for use.
So we have a Zoom. We do have a Zoom on Tuesday again at 8 p.m. So that you can invite into as well. And we're on the last slide. So 90-day goals starting, put it out there. Where do you want to be in this 90 days? Where do you want to be? So we can go up to 1-star director. We can go up to 3-star director. That's a 20,000 points. So that is definitely, that leg's headed that way if you continue the momentum. So that's exciting. Book at least 3 Zooms this week. Do a 3-way call with your upline. Maybe Cheryl will just have a quick call and just to help guide you this week, as we said. For everyone, write your list of 10 names and just keep going, really. It works, and we love this system. Fantastic. All right, let me put that down and I'll just come on. Did anyone have any questions? That was much better, me going off video, actually. Kept everybody on.
So if you want to have a one-on-one with us, how can we do this? If you want to hear the story, how we got around to talking to these people. I mean, the very dynamic guy who's running the breakfast room, the guy who has this fire equipment installation from Dallas. We can find the people anywhere just to say, hi, hello, nice shirt. Hi, hello, nice shoes. This guy was wearing a pink blue polo top with a light blue with pink flamingos pattern. What am I going to do? What am I going to say? Hey, nice shirt. Love the. Did you know that the hotel in Waikiki called the Hilton, they actually got pink flamingos in the pool next to the hotel? They go, no, I didn't know that. I said, well, they do. So you can always find something to talk to people about, always.
And it's good fun. It's just super good fun, rather than just sitting around and not talking to people. Anyway, all right. Well, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for coming on, and let's see you
Be
on
be
Tuesday.
bold, be brave, be bold, be brave, be
Okay.
courageous, and we're looking forward to hearing your story next Sunday.
Yes.
All righty, everyone. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.